March 17, 2018. This time, I'm glad to clerk to call the roll.
Trustee Cap?
Here.
Trustee Bonner?
Present.
Trustee Garcia?
Here.
Trustee Greer?
Here.
Trustee Richardson?
Here.
Trustee Claybrook?
Can we stand for the pledge of allegiance? Could you lead us,
Of the United States of America, and to the republic for which stands one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Are there any approval of corrections of the minutes of the regular board meeting that was held on March 13th? And so in fact, two of them, February 27th and March 13th. Are there any corrections to?
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes.
Okay, there was a motion on the floor by Trustee Cap to approve the minutes for the 27th of February and March 13th. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second by Trustee Richardson. Will the clerk take the roll, please?
Trustee Cap?
Yes.
Trustee Bonner?
Yes.
Trustee Garcia?
Yes.
Trustee Greer?
Yes.
Trustee Richardson?
Yes.
The motion passed for the minutes. Thank you. Before we open the meeting to the public, if you have anything to state to the board, if you will stand up and give us your name and your reason for addressing the board. At this time, I ask for a motion to open the meeting to the public. Do you need a motion?
I make a motion to open the meeting to the public.
There's a motion on the floor by Trustee Richardson to open the meeting to the public. We need a second on the motion.
Second.
Second by Trustee Garcia. Will the clerk take the roll?
Trustee Cap?
Yes.
Trustee Bonner?
Yes.
Trustee Garcia?
Yes.
Trustee Greer?
Yes.
Trustee Richardson?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Motion passed. The meeting is now open to the public. Are there any comments from this side? Any comments? Yes, ma'am.
My name is Pat Olson, and a while back I brought up alternate city rates for water, and you had a few outlying communities, and I said, couldn't we get something closer? You said Hammond was governed by state ordinance, they couldn't have a certain rate. But anyway, I had since gotten a hold of two of my friends in Lansing. One was a senior, one's a regular resident, younger woman. And they pay $525 a thousand, and their meters just got upgraded as well. They pay $16.53 for a quarter for the sewer and a maintenance fee of $3. That comes to a total of $66.78 per quarter. This is based on your $9,000 per quarter that we were talking about, $3,000 per month. Cal City pays a little higher rate of $7.81 a thousand gallons, but their sewer rate is 62 cents per thousand gallons. So that comes for the same 9,000 gallons to a total of $75.87. Now, I understand many of you may not have gotten this already. I just got my water bill a couple of days ago, and I live on Mackinac, so that is that side of town, and I'm not even sure Green Bay got theirs yet. But in it was this thing from the town stating our water at $8.50 a thousand for 9,000 gallons comes to $76.50. The sewer at $1 per thousand comes to $9, and a monthly surtax, and it said $10, and that was the total. And I think that needs to be corrected to $30 because it's for, if it were for 3 months, because everything else was in quarters. But the total was $95.50, and if you add that extra $20 for the other 2 months, the $10 per month surcharge, that would come to a total of $115.50, which is a whole heck of a lot different than Lansing, and probably another third higher than Cal City. So again, I keep asking the same question. I know we lowered it from 11 to $8.50, and that's a step in the right direction, but I was wondering if we could revisit that again, because your neighboring communities are only paying X amount. And again, Lansing just got their water meters done, like a year or two ago. The second point I'd like to bring up is I would like to propose that residents be allowed to read their own meters if they choose and pay for actual usage once this higher rate goes into effect. I understand we can't get the meters in quickly, but if we're going to be paying $8.50 a thousand and we can't change that, a lot of us don't use 3,000 gallons a month. I just had my meter read, and in like 3 months I used 4,000 gallons total. So if we can't do anything about the rate, can we be allowed to read our own meters and submit it to the clerk's office and get an actual bill?
Well, I don't think we've had any issues with that, because many times when we send the water meter reader out, and sometimes people don't answer the door, and a card is left, and in order for us to get the reading, sometimes he goes back a couple times and still can't get the reading. So there are many people do call in. So I don't think we've ever had any opportunity.
But I'm saying, instead of paying the 3,000 minimum, can we pay, once this new rate goes into effect, can we pay for actual usage? Even if it's, you know, if I bring in 3 cards and we only pay it quarterly, if that works better for you guys. You know what I'm saying? Rather than pay for me it'd be like more than double what I'm using right now. Maybe not in the summer, but right now I have only used like 4,000 gallons in 3 months.
That should be okay.
We can consider it, I think, if a picture is taken.
Okay. Okay.
And at the end of the service period, so then the residents would need to be aware of when their service period.
Well, I'm thinking, you know, once you get closer to actually, I know you guys, like I said, I got this in my last water bill that I just got a couple of days ago. But to let people know that they have that option, especially,
I'm sorry, like our side, your service period ended February 28th.
Uh-huh. You know, I'm not really sure. I didn't bring the bill. I just brought that. I brought this because I wanted to talk about, I really think that you guys need to state that the sewer tax per quarter is going to be $30 rather than $10.
So then if we get an actual reading and we get a picture, it would have to be a couple of days
Before.
later after the end of the month.
Okay.
Not like a month later, because then that doesn't help you either, because then there's more of a use.
Right, right. Whatever works, but, and then based on these other rates,
I have a question, Ms. Olson.
Yes.
Is it billed at $8.50 an hour, 1,000?
my new bill?
Yes.
No.
Okay, so that one is not billed at $8.50?
No, I believe the letter said it's going to start May 1st.
Okay, so once again,
I'm just talking about this because a lot of people haven't gotten this. I think I'm the first group to get it.
Our side's the first.
So, you know, and then I took this, and like I said, if I'm correct, the quarterly total would be $115.50 with no senior discount versus $67 safe for Lansing and $76 for Cal City.
You don't have the accurate number for Cal City, because I know their sewer's $1 a thousand. I know that for a fact.
It's $1 a thousand? Well, even if it were $1.
That's only 40 cents, but yeah.
Even, yeah, this, I got off the internet, but I know the 781 is correct.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I'm not, I mean,
We
your
only
sewer,
went a little
I
bit
mean,
higher.
your water meter is outside,
Yes,
and I wouldn't advise you to read, anybody that has the outside meter, go and read it, because that could be a liability. And, you know,
oh, I do it all the time, I've done
I
it for
know,
years.
But, you know,
Just to check, you know, because quite often they were wrong, you know, and then I could, you know, revise it based on,
Just take a picture. You just
Yeah.
take a picture.
yeah.
As far as the other towns go, you know, there are many different towns that have different rates. The Village of Dixmoor is like $12.
But again, Mayor, I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt, but again, you keep talking about towns that are,
No, but you brought it about the town.
I did, because you originally said like, I can't remember. You had like 4 towns at one of those town meetings, and none of them were close by, and I'm saying relatively to the closeness of our proximity to the lake, to Chicago water, to Hammond water, it only has to go 2 miles.
I mean, but it really wasn't based on proximity. We just used those examples in comparison. But to answer your question, then we probably, would be pretty much where we are as far as the rate goes right now. And
But why is there such a huge difference from $67, $76, even say if it's $80 to $115? That's a lot of money, especially when the seniors are going to lose their discount.
We also have to take in consideration, you can't forget, we have a deficit of
Okay.
$1 million.
And let me say, as far as the seniors discount, just because the village, was giving the seniors a discount, the village has to make that up. And so it's not like the village gets that free because they were giving it to the seniors. It still has to be compensated for.
Okay. Do you think we have a higher concentration of seniors here than any other village?
And then when the village gives it to the seniors, then that puts the village a little bit further in the hole because we still have to pay for it. So we can't call the supplier up and say we have 500 seniors, could you discount the rate for them, because that's not the way it works.
Mr. President, is it safe to say that yes, it is an ordinance, yes, it has been passed, yes, it will take an effect on May 1st, but there's nothing written in stone that an ordinance cannot be amended?
And that's what I was asking about.
And we value your opinions and your thoughts, and all of that will be looked upon also.
Okay, thank
Is that safe to say, Mr. President?
Well, at this time, I've been here for, 13 years sitting here in the Senate. I was here 4 years before, and I'm certainly not going to tell you something that's not practical and not true, and it's probably safe to say that will not be revisited anytime soon.
I thought in the, I'm sorry, I don't mean to take up more than my 3 minutes, but I thought in past meetings you said within a year you would possibly revisit it. Now,
I believe that was before when we were at the highest threshold.
okay.
Okay. Is anyone else on this side? Any other comments from this side? This side? Yes, ma'am.
Hi, my name's Melissa Garcia. I actually have a, I'm sorry. I, in the past month or so, have been, I've dealt with some issues with the police department of Burnham, and I'm 21 years old. I've lived in Burnham my entire life, and perhaps because I am so young, there wasn't many interaction with them throughout the rest of my life. But in the past 2 months, I have had some issues. One was a police officer shouting at me very rudely, telling me to shut up. There was a fire on my street, and me and my mother were trying to get into the street, and I think this was spoken about before, so just a quick recap. As well as a police officer pulling over. I have the badge number. I don't want to say that out loud because I don't want to get, share all that information. Pulling over a relative of mine on his way home. Yes, it was late. It was like 3 o'clock in the morning. He accused him of driving drunk. My cousin said, no, I'm not. He told him that he failed the field sobriety test, the like actual walking part, and he continued to harass him, telling him, don't lie to me, you're going to jail, your life is over, and all of this stuff. And my cousin was like, no, I'm sorry, I'm not drunk. And he saw, my cousin's actually an EMT, he saw his uniform, he said, your life is over, your career is going down the drain, this is the end of it. My cousin took the actual breathalyzer test, passed it, he was not lying. But I think that there is issues that we're dealing with within the Burnham Police Department of how they interact with people, and I would think, we are in a very political world at the moment. We are dealing with a lot of police issues. I'm not saying not to generalize and say that Burnham's dealing with it on the same level, but we are in the United States. We are dealing with the entire background of our nation, and I think there would be something to look into as to how they're treating people, especially young people of color. I may be very white, but my cousin is not. He's a very brown Mexican man, and I think that it's to say something on how police are treating other people. There's no need to harass them. Yes, I understand that they're breaking the law 100%. He did get pulled over for speeding, give him that. But there's no reason or no need to speak to someone in that manner. Police are here for us. I've never had any issues with them before. It's just in the recent past. But maybe there's a conversation to be had on that level, because these things can't continue to happen.
Okay. Well, we have gotten a few complaints here and there, and I believe that has been adequately addressed. And would that be safe to say, Chief Nomakis?
Yes, that is correct, Mr. Mayor.
Okay. And we will continue to monitor and make sure that things are run and orderly in a decent manner in the village. Okay.
Also, I'm sorry, Ms. Garcia, what's your first name?
Melissa.
Melissa? Also, Ms. Melissa Garcia, I made a mention in the February 27th board meeting that public servants, which we all are, and the police department, the public works, all of our public departments, we expect nothing but professionalism and courtesy to our business owners and our residents. And it's up to the department heads to hold the employees accountable. And the department heads are chosen by the president of the village, okay? So it goes up, and everyone is to be held accountable for that.
Right, I completely understand that, and I know it's like, you know, it's like a soccer game. Don't blame the goalie because you have the rest of the players on the field. But I also know that, you know, on a personal level, like I, as a 21-year-old, know that I need to respect individuals as I speak to them, as I see them. And you're right, they are public servants. We are paying taxes. We are basically paying for them to be on the force. And I think that's something to think about. They're here to defend us.
And you're absolutely right.
Okay.
Thank you for your
All right.
comment.
Thank you.
And I'd like to mention, Mayor, that we have a police meeting once a month.
Okay, I
And
didn't
that
know
may
that.
be a good opportunity to come out and meet the police, you know, and have a conversation, so that,
Where is that held at?
it moves around.
Oh,
Yeah.
so ask the clerk's office?
We usually have the signs out on the parkway, the green, black and green signs, and
Burnham.
Chief, I believe the one we got on State Street now is for the 15th, so we will have that moved up.
Yes, we had that change. We ordered new signs. They should be in shortly.
Do you know the next date for the next meeting, Nick?
I believe it's third week in April, but I will get that to the clerk. The clerk's office already has a copy of all those dates and all the locations for the rest of the year.
Okay, thank you.
Will that be posted, sir? Is it posted?
I believe
for
that
the-
is posted
for the whole year?
already, yes.
Oh,
It's under the.
And on the sign in the front, should be changed, and we ordered some new signs. We don't put the signs up January, February because of snow plowing, and with all the snow and ice, it's a waste of money to have those signs. They're only up for a day or two and they fall down, so we'll get them up for the next meeting.
And I would also like to add, in the coming months, our police department will be going through a multitude of training. And then some of these issues will be addressed and talked about.
Thank you so much.
Are there any other comments on this side?
Jeanette Lipinski. I just want to say I agree with that lady right there. I live alone. I'm by myself. I don't use 10,000 gallons of water. It's an estimated, and it's never been read until just recently. Okay? And I believe I'm being overcharged. And two, I don't put out my garbage every week because I don't have enough to fill that can. Okay? So why should I be billed for something that I don't have service for? That's just number one. And two, I just want to say that there's always two sides to a story. And so far that I've been here in 6 years in Burnham, there's only been one side to the story, and it's not mine. It's everybody else's. No one has ever talked to me in 6 years to get my side of the story. It's just one-sided story. No one would listen to me, and not even you, Mayor. I came to this window, this police window, in 2015 to try to save my mother's life. I asked the dispatcher, the young man, to speak to you, and you came out of that clerk's office, and you heard me ask for your name, and you went like this to him, because I saw your reflection in the window. That broke my heart. You have never responded to any of my emails, none of my phone calls. My mother has lived here 50 years, and you have no respect for me or for her. I was called by God, by the curb side of the house that I'm living in now, that my mother lived in, 40 years ago. Called by God, not by man. Do you understand this? So anything that has happened to me and my mom It says, touch not thine anointed and do them no harm. Great harm has been done to me. Falsely arrested twice, lied to by the police, put in that jail over there for 8 hours in pain without my pain medicine. This Ezekiel 7, and I don't have time to say it right now, but you go home and read it, because when you disobey God, you obey man, you disobey God. And if you disobey God, there's consequences for it. And Ezekiel 7 says it all, even though it applies to Israel, it applies to any nation that doesn't obey the will of God.
Okay. Thank you for your comment. I mean, I knew Ms. Rector before I knew you, and I did have a relationship with her, and you know, I called her several times, and I even have it documented in some of my old notes, you know, when I would talk to the residents of Burnham, and as far as you know, her passing away, I mean, a lot of that was involved in litigation, and whenever there's litigation going on, then we have to be, you know, very selective and not making certain comments, and because that just kind of exacerbates the situation, and that's pretty much particularly what happened in your situation.
But with all due respect, sir, I sent you videos of her crying, saying, please don't kill me, I don't want to die. It was ignored.
Well, again,
She did not want to die. She was put to death against her will.
again, my wife didn't want to die either, but when it's God's will for you to leave, then you will go. And
Amen.
she put up a good fight for two,
No.
but God so otherwise.
But you don't
And so
understand.
I do understand. 'Cause
No,
I
you don't. God healed me 3 times of cancer.
But he didn't heal my wife.
You lost your visitation from God because you all wouldn't listen to me.
No, again, we understand that we're born to die. Those kind of things will happen.
That's right.
And just the way it
Amen.
is. And sooner or later, that we're all gonna go home. Okay, are there any other comments? I'll ask for motion, yes.
Yes, I have one announcement to make about the rain barrels that was inquired about a couple of meetings ago. I've learned that you have to go online to the MWRD website in order to pull them down. And the price is $49 per barrel. $49. They were free, but that program was so viciously abused that they had to charge you for them. So if you want a rain barrel, you have to go on to MWRD.com, look it up, pick out the one you want, and then they make arrangements to get it to you. One other thing, reinstate the senior citizen discount. I don't think we could, you know, it's not really fair to take it away. So
Like
it should
I
be
said,
reinstated.
And I repeat, I mean, I'm 63,
Yeah,
so in 2 years, if I live, I'll be 65, and guess what, I'll never get it. And the people that had it all those years, it just have to be in, we can't do it. So, I mean, we didn't do it because we wanted to do it, we do it because we had to. The village is in some finances that we need to correct. And I guess in a way, in the past, maybe my heart has been more sympathetic than it should have been, and we probably should have made some of these adjustments back a few years ago. But because of other circumstances, we just did not do it at that time. Are there any other comments? I'll ask for a motion to close the meeting to the public.
I make a motion to close the meeting to the public.
There's a motion on the floor by trustee Bonner to close the meeting to the public.
I'll
Need a
second it.
And second by trustee Cap. Will the clerk take the roll?
Trustee Cap?
Yes.
Trustee Bonner?
Yes.
Trustee Garcia?
Yes.
Trustee Greer?
Yes.
Trustee Richardson?
Yes.
Your motion passed. The meeting is now closed to the public. Thank you. April 22nd is Earth Day, and we had a representative from an electronic cycling company was here a few days ago, and we had some discussion as to whether we wanted to set up a site to, you know, collect and, you know, try to remove some of the electronics that we have in the alley. Now, there is a cost for that. There is a cost for that. Now, if we do this on we could do it. I mean, April 22nd is on a Sunday, you know, so we will not be able to do it on a Sunday because probably do it on the 18th or the 19th, which would be Thursday or Friday, before the 22nd. I think myself and the board will probably be in accord to, pay to have that removed. Going forward, we were not going to be able to pay for everybody to move the televisions and computers and things that you're putting in the outlets. The state legislature passed a law that says you can no longer put electronic waste in the landfills, and therefore we can't put them in the garbage. And there's a cost to have them removed. There's a cost. And it's generally a minimum of $25 per television. So if we decide to do that for the 19th of April, we will certainly put out something, some type of message to let everybody know. Or we'll pick up the ones in the alley.
Would you have like a collection in the parking lot, or?
Well, either that or either we would just pick up the ones we have and they would bring like a dump truck, I believe you said, right? Here, and anybody got any questions? Okay. The other thing is that some summers we have a summer youth hiring. This year we will not have a summer youth program for the village of Burnham. We also have a program with the Cook County Treasurer's Office. And the Treasurer's Office has about $94 million in property tax refunds. About 15 years ago, they had $50 million, and now they got $94 million of the taxpayers' money, and people don't know it's there. So if you think that you want to do a search, we have some forms here. You're welcome to take one and do a search and put your PIN number in. I think there's an email there. If you do that, it will send you a response back within seconds. And you will know whether you have a refund at the county or not. So you can do that. And I think we talked about at some point that we need to combine our water and sewer fund together. So that probably, by ordinance, we would have to do that. I believe the county.
That's something under consideration, coming down immediately.
Okay. And I think that is all I have at this time. We will hear a report from the clerk.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Good evening.
The only thing I have is, it's time for the officials and employees for their Cook County ethics statements to be filed. They're due by May 1st. So if anybody needs assistance, when the officials or employees, they can come and see me, we can work on it. You should get an email, direct email too. And that's all I have.
Thank you, Clerk Ruth, for that report and your information on public education, health, safety, and welfare. Trustee Rhea.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Discussion of, consideration of, and taking action to approve or not approve on the hiring of Francisco Chavez, Joshua McAllister, and Randall Garrett as a part-time police officer. They have successfully completed and passed the testing. That's the polygraph, the medical, the drug test, the psychological test, and the background test. So I'd like to make a motion.
Well, before we do that, Trustee Greer, I would like each one of them to stand up and introduce themselves and tell us, how you feel that you're going to be a benefit to the firm. We know you'll come here, you'll be on fire. We know that already. We really need to hear this. Name?
My name is Joshua McAllister. First, I want to thank the President and Council, great people of Burnham for coming out. I'm a Chicago native, born and raised on the south side of Chicago. Lived most of my teen years out in south suburban areas. I was employed with Chicago Public Schools on the safety, on the board, safety and security board, for around 7 years. Got a chance to see like the ups and the downs of the school system as well as the neighborhoods. Markham police officer, served for a year and about 7 months. My mission and goal for the great city of Burnham is to crime prevention, as well as bridging the gap between community as well as the police department. And I have great confidence with the collaborative effort of the community and police department. We can get that done, and just want to be proactive with you guys' blessing. So.
Thank you. Trustee, you have a question?
Let's get over there.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
My name is Randall Garrett. I grew up in around the area in Lansing, Illinois.
Thank you. Can talk to us.
Yeah, I grew up in Lansing, Illinois. So I've been around the area for a long time. I have a combined 7 years in corrections. First working in Indiana, Lake County, and then also with Chicago Police Department in the 15th District on the west side of Chicago. So I do have experience, dealing with all different types of people from all different walks of life. Also, I have 2 years of law enforcement experience with my current department, Chicago Aviation. And I work for O'Hare Airport. So again, I've worked in a diverse area with a bunch of different types of people from different walks of life. And I want to take my experience in law enforcement here to the great town of Burnham, and also, as he mentioned, try to bridge the gap, between the police and the community. Try to make that better. And I'm just really excited and looking forward to serving the town of Burnham.
Hello everyone, my name is Francisco Chavez. I am a Marine Corps veteran. I currently work for the Chicago Department of Aviation. I look forward to working here in Burnham, interacting with all the citizens, enforcing the laws, but doing so in a very tactful, politeful manner. So, thank you.
So, Mr. Chavez, Mr. McAllister, and Mr. Garrett, we again like to congratulate you for successfully completing and passing all of your tests, and for choosing our community as the choice of part-time police officer. We look forward to having a very positive relationship with each and every one of you, and always remember that our doors are always open for any complaints or concerns. Please feel free to get in touch with us. If we may not have an instant answer for you, but we'll do our congratulations to each and every one of you.
And this is Trustee Burnham Greer. She's over the Police and Fire Commission, so she'll be directing charge.
Officer Chavez, Officer McAllister, and Officer Garrett. We have some very fine people in Burnham, and we welcome you to serve these very fine people. And we welcome your professionalism, your dedication, your commitment, and your experience. Thank you.
I'd like to make a motion on the hiring of Mr. Chavez, Mr. McAllister, and Mr. Garrett as part-time police officers. They have successfully completed and passed all of their tests, the polygraph, the medical, the drug test, psychological, and the background test.
Okay, there's a motion on the floor by Trustee Greer to hire officer in charge to hire Mr. McAllister, Mr. Garrett, and Mr. Chavez as part-time police officer for the village of Burnham. We need a second. Second by Trustee Grayson. Will the clerk take the roll?
Trustee Pat?
Yes.
Trustee Bonner?
Yes.
Trustee Garcia?
Yes.
Trustee Greer?
Yes.
Trustee Richardson?
Yes.
Yeah, thank you. Congratulations. Motion passed. Now you really belong to us. And I would like to say that, of course, automatically we want you to try to help us to keep the crime down and the elements in the community. I've instructed the police department, but we do not want dogs taking care of their business on the parkway, so if you see that, please take your appropriate action. If you see people littering in the community, please take your appropriate action, so you know what to do. Right now, I really would appreciate that. Thank you very much.
Big hands, bottom.
We have Francisco Chavez up in front, Joshua McAllister, and Randall Garrett. So if you could raise your right hand and repeat after me.
Oh, boy.
I do solemnly swear
I do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
and the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and that, state your name,
that Joshua Miguel Chavez
will faithfully discharge the duties
will faithfully discharge the duties
of police officer of the Village of Burnham
of police officer of the Village of Burnham
in the County of Cook,
in the County of Cook,
in the State of Illinois,
the State of Illinois,
to the best of my ability.
to the best of my ability.
Almost failed. Too late.
Okay, see you.
On March 23rd, 2018, I attended an open house for the Safer Foundation. It's called the ACE program. The ACE program provides workforce development, education, trauma-informed case management, and occupational training to adults 25 years and older who have been released from incarceration. The participants, it helps them to promote stabilization. So it's a very new program, and as I learn more about it, I will inform our community so that I'm sure that we may have people that are interested, or you know of people that may be interested in being a part of the ACE program from the Safer Foundation. The library will be offering classes in computer. They just completed one. I'm not sure of the date in April, but I will make a note of that. It's teaching the keyboard and also learning the digital flash drive. April the 24th, 2018, the Social Security will be in the community room at the library. It will teach you a breakdown of understanding Social Security. So if you have any questions, this will be a good time to go. April 24th at 1 o'clock in the community room at the library. Tentatively, there will be a movie night at the community center, 5/12/18. Tentatively, we do not have the name of the movies at this time. April the 25th, there will be financial literacy for teens, and that will be held at the community room at the library. Teens will learn about building their credit. They will learn about saving and investments. And their instructor will be a Mr. Anthony Morris. He's Executive Director of the Youth Development Center of America. And you must pre-register. So if you're interested, or if you know of anyone that's interested, please let them know. Again, we will have our annual garage sale. You can call it a garage sale, you can call it a craft sale, you can call it a bake sale. It's an all sale. But this is about our 5th year now, and it's growing. It's not only a garage sale, it's a lot of fun. You listen to music, you meet your community, family, And it's just a whole lot of fun. You listen to music, so it's just a day of fun. And you may even find some treasures. So again, that's July the 14th, 2018. You must make your reservations early. Space is limited. So, and it's from 7, I believe, to 9. 7 to 4. And again, we would like to thank each and every one of you all for coming out to our community and for taking the time out of your busy schedules to come to the board meetings. They are very, very important. We do have an open door policy. Anytime you have any concerns or complaints, as I stated before, you can talk to any one of us. If we don't have the answer for you, again, we will certainly work very hard to get the answer for you. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you, President. In that class, you taught me I went to finance, I should have mentioned about 50 years ago. I have a $500,000 by now.
Oh, exactly, exactly.
Okay, Public Works and Building, Trustee Claybrook is not here this evening. I would just like to say under that, we intend to do some sidewalk repairs sometime over the next 2 months. We do have a list already, but if someone has a current sidewalk that you think might be an issue, if you could let us know, give us the address, and certainly can take a look at that and try to get that addressed.
Is that a whole site?
It'll be all over. Ordinance resolution and planning, Trustee Garcia.
I don't have it.
Thank you, Trustee Garcia. Finance, Trustee.
I have nothing tonight.
Thank you, Trustee. Yes, Public Utilities, Trustee Richardson.
Good evening.
Good evening.
If your meters wasn't read, we would like for you to fill out the yellow cards that were left behind and send them in with your reading. You can call it in, mail it in, or even email it in. And if you'd like, you can call the village hall and set up an appointment for someone from the water department to come out and read your meter. But it's very important that we get readings. That's it, ma'am.
And thank you, Trustee Richardson, for that information, for your report. Parks and Recreation, Trustee Burnham.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Senior Aqua is on Tuesdays from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. I'm sorry, 7 a.m. to 7:50 a.m. It's 18 and older. It's free for silver sneaker members and $1 for non-silver sneaker members. It's at the Sandridge Pool, community pool. It's on Tuesdays from 7 a.m. to 7:50 a.m. There will be a Princess and Superhero Luncheon Saturday, April 28th. It's for 2 to 10-year-olds. At the Sandridge Center, they dressed in their favorite princess superhero costume and come have lunch and get their pictures taken. And that's going to be April 28th from 11:30 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. There will be a family fun night at the Sandridge Center Friday, April 6th from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. It's free. There will be yoga, swimming, indoor basketball, and a lot of activities. And you have an opportunity to sign up for the many events at the Sandridge Center and throughout the Park District. And you can always visit mycmpd.com. And the booklets should have been delivered by now. If you haven't gotten one, there are plenty available in the lobby. Saturday, April 14th, there will be a job fair for positions at the Park District. Burnham residents, Chicago residents, all are welcome to apply, teens and adults, for the recreation positions that are.
In Chicago also?
Yes. There is no jurisdiction to where you have to live. No, this is Calumet Memorial District. There's no boundaries. There's no residential boundaries. April 14th at 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. And that's it for my report.
Thank you,
Also, the township, Thornton Township is hiring. So if anyone is interested in the student, you would have to call there to get more information.
Thank you, Trustee Greer. Thornton Township also.
Trustee Bonner, where is the job fair?
It's going to be at Sandridge.
I was looking at pictures from the aircraft. The Easter Bunny was there, and the children seemed to really had a good time. in Calumet.
Was the weather bad or no?
I don't think the weather was bad, but children were out there. That was last week. The children were out there.
And that's it, my report.
Okay, thank you, Trustee Burnham. Then the presentation of petitions, communications, remarks, responsibility. I would like to ask for a moment of silence. Turning, I guess, here, and I'm thinking the same way. A moment of silence for an officer, Stan Kuntz, wife, Kozak's wife, I'm sorry, passed away a few days ago, and they had a memorial a couple of nights ago, and Chief Crow's brother, Dwight Crow, also passed away, as well as Trustee Claybrook's father also has passed away as well. Okay, thank you. Is there any unfinished business? And is there any new business? I will ask for a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
The motion for Trustee Garcia, and the second.
Trustee Cap?
Yes.
Trustee Bonner?
Yes.
Trustee Garcia? Trustee Greer?
Yes.
Trustee Richardson?
Yes.
Thank you, motion passed, meeting adjourned.
Thank you everyone for coming.